Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video using the ColourPop's Lust for Dust palette, which is this palette that I shared with you guys a couple of weeks ago that I picked up from my local Ulta. I pretty much do my makeup every day of the week, but I do not know what type of look I'm going to do, but I definitely want to film a look with this palette. These are the colors in here. Like I said, I don't know what type of eye look I'm going to be coming up with. I'm just going to wing it. You know, I'll say that a lot of my videos because I really don't have any planned looks, especially because I don't know what I'm going to wear to work this morning. So I'm going to do something that's kind of like basic but still, you know, beautiful, that you can pretty much wear with anything. So my eyes are already primed, and I used my Plan Makeup by Yolanda base, foundation eye base. I really like this foundation eye base. If you have not tried it, I think you should. I really do like it. So to begin the eye look, I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit so you all can see what I'm doing with the colors in this palette. Okay, so now that I have you guys zoomed in, I'll go ahead and get started with the eye look. And I'm hoping this video does not take as long because I'm not good at editing. So a lot of my videos probably will be long due to the fact that I do not know how to edit just yet. So just bear with me when it comes to these videos. Okay, so for starters, I want to take the shade Hot Glam, which is this shade here. It's kind of like a brown tone shade, and I'm actually going to use this shade on my outer V going up to my crease area. Let's put it so I can actually get to it. Okay, and I'm just going to pack it on my outer V, and I'm not going to go too far in, and just build it in that corner. And I'm just going to keep using the color to get the intensity that I like and want for this look. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing for the other eye. So I'm going to deepen this one up as well. If you don't want it as deep as the color I'm using, then you don't have to. But I just want it deepened because I like deep outer V's. So I'm going to put a little bit more on the other eye and kind of just go out just a little bit. Okay, so I'm thinking add just a tad bit more. This I'm just going to go in little light circular motions. And I'm using my Morphe 433 brush to apply the shadow because it's more firm and it gives a little more payoff. So I'm lightly adding a little more of this shadow right in that outer V area in light circular motions. So I can get my pigment like stamped right in that outer V. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my Morphe. That's another 433. That's not what I want to use. I'm going to go in with my Morphe 535 brush, which is this fluffy blending brush, and kind of and blend out these edges so they're not as harsh. And I'm going to do that in circular motions as well. Just to get those edges kind of like not so harsh. Okay. Okay, so I'm liking how that's coming together, kind of nice and neutral. So then I'm going to take my 433 brush again, And this time I want to go in with the shade That's Neat, which is this deeper chocolate shade on the corner here in the palette. I'm just going to deepen up the outer V just a little bit more where I blended out this cocoa type color. And I'm just going to start packing it at my lash line towards my outer V. That way it doesn't take the deep chocolate doesn't take over what I just placed in my outer V and make it too deep. And I'm just going to place it on my lash line and then just kind of flick it up towards my outer V area. Okay, do the same thing for the other eye. And then just flick it up a little bit. So I'm not going to add anything else on my brush. So I'm going to go back in and flip to the other side and go back in with the color Hot Glam and just make sure it's still in that area around the color That's Neat, because I don't want that color to disappear on me. And I'm going to lightly shade it back into my outer V. And I'm doing this again, like I say, in light circular motions. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with this 535 brush by Morphe and blend again the edges. Okay, so that's pretty much for the outer V and what I'm going to be doing for the crease with these two colors for now. So next I'm going to go in with, and I've been loving this eyeshadow base. I cannot find it. It is the BH Cosmetics Glitter Glue. I'm sorry, I'm looking for this glitter glue that I cannot find, but I've been loving it. I guess I can't find it, so I'm going to stick with, and I'm over here actually looking for it because I really do love that glitter glue by BH Cosmetics. But I'm going to stick with this Too Faced glitter glue. You can use any type of glitter glue that you have. I like NYX, but I love that BH Cosmetics one. It's like really good, and right now it's still on sale for $2, I believe, and 80 cents. So I may pick up some more off of their website. But I do love that glitter primer. But I end up moving it out of my weekly basket because I used it all last week and was trying to switch up some products and stuck it back in my stash. So I'm going to put a little bit on my finger and dab it on my eyelids. But I'm going to place my shimmers. And I'm just going to place a little bit that was on my finger on both of my eyes. And just, I like to just place it right where there's no shadow. I don't want to overdo place it all over my outer V, my outer V too much, but just a little bit, but not to cover it up. But I'm placing this glitter glue everywhere I'm going to put, sorry, it's backwards, the Too Faced, where I'm going to put shimmer shadows on my eyes. And it doesn't take much glitter glue. You don't want to overpower your eyes and then start getting irritated with the glue. So I only like to take like a little bit of it to place on my lid. So now, let's see what shade I want to use as a shimmer on my eyes. I think I want to go in with the shade Miser. I'm assuming that I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going to take this pinkish shade. I like this shade. I'm not sure if you can really see it on camera as well as you know how pink it is. So let's do a swatch, and then that'll determine if I really want to put it on my eye. This is what it looks like before the swatch. And then, ooh, I don't know about that. I don't know. It's still pretty though. I'm going to pop it on there anyways. It's not going to hurt anything. So I'm going to put it on my ring finger. And then I lightly dab the color onto my lid. And I start at the bottom of my lash line placing the shade. Because I don't want it to be like caked up at the top of my lid. And then you've used this glitter glue and you got to try to figure out how to get it out of that one area on your eyelid. And then I slowly work it up to my crease where I have the glitter glue placed. And then I just kind of softly place the shadow wherever the glitter glue is placed. Because we're going to go back in and deepen up our crease just a little bit to make sure the shadow, the shimmer didn't, fade away our outer V color. So I'm doing the same thing for this lid, just lightly tapping it with my ring finger. That's actually pretty. I like it. Oh, it's real pretty. So now I'm going to take a little bit more of my finger and just double coat it. Just lightly tap back on my lid. My lid once again. Just to make sure you have that payoff on your lid. Okay. I think that's really, really pretty. That color is really pretty. So now I'm going to go back in with my 4-3 brush. And I'm going to take just a little bit of both the shades, Hot Glam and That's Neat. Take both of these shades that I used in my outer V and place it back there. Just really, really lightly. Barely touching the shade. Because I don't want to have it too deep. And just again do those light circular motions just to add some depth back into your eye look where you place that shade. But you don't want to put so much that you have to try to blend out. You just want to kind of, just like I said, blend it softly back into your outer V to give it that smoky effect. So I'm just doing it slow motions, slow circular motions, and they're very, very light. I'm not going in on my eye really deep and hard. Okay, so the eye look is pretty much done. It's just about cleaning up now, like my edges and blending out the rest of my transition shades. So what I want to do now is go in with, I believe the shade, I think this is more towards, Wild Sky is more towards my skin tone. Let's see, let me make sure, because I really don't want to take away from my lid by using any other type shade. I'm not going to do that, I'm sorry. I'm going to take my my e.l.f. Total Face Palette. This is my favorite shade to add in any eyeshadow looks I've been doing lately, only because it's close to my skin complexion that it looks natural and it doesn't take away from the look that I just created. So I'm going to go in with that bottom shade, and I just like to place it right over my eyelid under my brow bone. I'm going to get these terms together one day. But I like to place it right up here and then just place it and stamp it there and lightly blend. And I like doing this. That way it doesn't look like I have a gap. Because you see how it looks now? It's like really, really white from, well, not white, but, really, really bright from the concealer. And I like mine to look like it's actually blended in with my actual skin tone. So that's why I like this method of just stamping a color in that's close to your skin tone as possible. That way it looks like your shadows are not separated from your brow pretty much. Now I do use highlighter on my brow bone sometimes. I don't do it all the time, but I do it. But like I said, I like doing this so it'll look as natural as possible. Okay. So I think that pretty much does it for the eye look. But I'm going to go and start kind of just making sure everything's blended well together, like in the creases and everything like that. So I'm going to actually go and take my, this is a Morphe brush as well, and it's the Morphe 562, and it's a little like a little crease brush, a little fluffy blending crease brush. So what I like to do when I get done with my eyeshadows, I'll go back in with the same shades. Like I'm going to go in with the Miser, which is the glitter shade we put on my lid. And then I'll take a little bit and make sure my crease area is like blended and not harsh. So I'll use that same color on my lid up into my crease to make sure it has that transition effect and it's not harsh where I stuck the shadow and it hasn't been blended out yet. So I like to do that with, like I said, a small brush that doesn't pick up a whole lot, that you don't have to worry about over blending and placing a whole lot of product. So again, my circular motions to blend out the crease area. And while I'm at it and I'm done with the placing the shimmer shadow and blending it out, I'm just going to go ahead in with a little bit more of That's Neat and Hot Glam and just stick it on the outer V and just blend, since this is a really light blush. I'm sorry, me in this morning. Okay. Okay, so that is beautiful. I love it. Let me zoom you guys in one more time so we can see what I've come up with. I really like it. It's really pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go off camera, put some do my wing liner, do my lashes, do my full face, and we'll come back and do my lower lash line. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, welcome back. This is my finished look. I've applied all of my makeup, my lashes. I applied a little bit of eyeliner. I still love black eyeliner. I know a lot of people moved away from it, but I still love it. But we're going to go ahead and finish my lower lash line. And what I like to do for my lower lash line, I like to take a pencil brush. And I've been using the Profusion one, which is the S6 brush, and it's a little fluffy type little pencil brush, and I love this to put shadows on my lower lash line to kind of smoke out or whatever colors I'm trying to use. So we're gonna go ahead and finish my lower lash line, and that'll pretty much complete this video with the eye look using this Lust for Dusk eyeshadow palette from ColourPop. So I'm gonna zoom you guys back in so we can finish my lower lash line and go ahead and end this video. Okay, so now I have you zoomed back in. So now we're going to I'm going to do a little bit different. I don't want to use the same shadows that I used on my lid, not in this area here. I'm going to go with the shade Serve Chilled, which is more like a plummy type shade. This shade here. I actually want to stick that shade closer to my outer V and just stamp it on my lower lash line to give it a little depth. And I just like to put it on the tip of my brush and then just do like side stamping without pretty much doing all that blending, because then it'll start running down my face. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see. Okay, so I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, so do the same thing for the other eye. The stamping motion. I'm all out of the camera. I am so sorry. Okay. Okay, so the next color I'm gonna go in with. Let me zoom out just a little because I feel like I'm too close in. Okay, there it is. I think you still probably can see what I'm doing. Okay. So the next shade I want to go in with is this shade Sunset Chaser, and it'll be this more champagne type shimmer shade. And I'm actually going to place that from where the matte shade ends to my inner corner eye area. I'm going to do the same thing, just stamp this color in. Okay, just put a little bit more. Okay. So now I'm gonna go in with my all-time favorite, my Ofra Rodeo Drive highlighter, and put it in my inner corner. I don't even know why I haven't hit pan on this thing. I've been using this thing for years. I received it in a BoxyCharm a couple years ago, and I've really used this thing like almost every day. I don't know. That's why I said I don't know why I haven't hit pan on it yet. Maybe I'm not using it enough. Okay, so now what I like to do, since I've done that, I'm going to pop a little bit of mascara on my lower lash lines. And I'm going to be using my Essence Lash Princess. And I love Essence mascaras. And I like this one too, to do my lower lash line. Because the wand is separated and it's not like really tight together. Because my lashes are not like really tight on my bottom lower lash line. So I like to use this because of the separation in the wand. And I'm going to go ahead and just apply a little bit on my lower lash line. Okay, and then stick my something's in my eye, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, you want to barely touch them because you don't want the mascara to drop down on your under eye area and start to stick, and it'll smudge itself out under your lower lash line. So then my final steps in my eyeshadow is going back in with the brushes that I use to create this eye look with and make the eyeshadow still seamless because I've applied my base, I've applied my foundation, I've applied everything on my face. So now I want to make sure it's actually blended well. And I'm going to take this 535 Morphe brush and just kind of make sure everything is seamless with my foundation base. And I'm not using any more shadows to do this. And then I'm also gonna take my eyebrow pencil from Morphe, and I like to kind of make sure my eyebrows are cleaned up as well before I set my makeup. And I'm just combing through them to make sure they're still in place like I would like them for the rest of the day. And I kind of just make sure they're to my liking and just kind of lightly flick them to make sure they're still there. Because sometimes when I put my foundation and powders and stuff on, my shape of my brow tends to try to disappear. So I have to make sure my shape is still to my liking before I spray my face. Okay, so, and my last step to my makeup routine in the mornings, I'm gonna add some brow gel. And today I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Brow Excessive Brow Shaping Gel. And I've been using this for about a week. And I really do like it. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it, but I do like it. So I'm going to apply some of this on my brows to set them. And they do not move throughout the day. So I'll definitely be picking up a couple more as a backup. Okay, so that pretty much does it, and I'm just gonna flick out the beginning of my brows that look a little natural. I should have done it before I applied the brow gel, but we'll make it work. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom you guys back out so you can actually see my full face again. So this is the final look. I love it. I am a full glam girl, and I can do full glam every day of the week. Like I said, I do my makeup at least 5 days a week when I'm going to work. It's very seldom I don't do it. So I enjoy doing my makeup. I enjoy being full glammed every day. Most people don't, but I love it. So if you like this video, let me know. I can continue to do this. Like I said, I do my makeup pretty much every morning. And if there's something you want to see, I'll continue to put it out there. Just let me know your thoughts on this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you, guys.